I'm Emma Edick.
And I'm Kaylee Ricks. Thanks for joining us on the Butler Beat.
It's not only Butler basketball players who get to play in Hinkle. Students gathered last Friday in Hinkle in the HRC for Butler's annual tradition, Spring Sports. Morgan Legal has more.
Spring Sports is an all-campus event supporting the Special Olympics. Competitors are sorted into teams. Each Greek house has their own team, and there is one for the independent students as well. Everyone who attends likes a different aspect of the event.
My favorite part about spring sports is the fact that it's everybody on campus for the same thing. A lot of times they have formals and people be on other stuff, but it's the first time where you have the independence, the Greek, all different types of clubs and activities in one place for one purpose.
My favorite sport is typically the basketball and volleyball competitions. The Oreo stacking, not so much.
Hanging out with everybody. There's so many people here and it's awesome.
Yeah, so many people around. Obviously the free food.
Free food's always good.
There were a lot of sports and activities played at the event. It ranged from basketball to limbo. Senior Marie Cunningham and junior Kayla Niehaus wished they could have won their event, foosball.
We would have loved to win, but it was not too hard today.
The winning team for spring sports has not yet been announced. There is a word the results may not be released until fall. For the Butler Beat, I'm Morgan Legal.
While spring sports may be a fun tradition, the event also increases awareness for a cause in the local community. The proceeds from this year's event will go towards Washington Township, which serves as the university's partner with Special Olympics Indiana. However, the cause touches lives here on campus too. Spring sports co-chair Kat Lacasio says that getting involved has affected her life close to home.
I've been involved with Special Olympics since I was a sophomore in high school. My twin brother actually has special needs, so Special Olympics has been a really big part of my family dynamic and the support that we've received throughout being in high school and on.
This year's event unofficially raised almost $4,500. Coupled with the proceeds from Polar Plunge earlier this year, the spring sports team has raised almost $42,000 in the last 3 months alone.
Spring sports is for a good cause, but that didn't stop students from letting their competitive side show Friday night. Kyle Beery reports.
As Butler students competed in countless games throughout the night, many students had their competitive juices flowing. Senior Matt Troja, whose independent council team won the 5-on-5 basketball title, says it was good to see the campus come together and compete, even if things got a little heated throughout the night.
I think it's great for the campus to build some sort of camaraderie between different fraternities and stuff like that. Obviously, there's a good amount of trash talking going on during the game, but at the end of the day, it's all in good fun, and we had a blast, yeah.
And while the competitions did get intense at times, junior Alpha Phi Courtney Considine says she got friendly reminders throughout the night that it was all for a good cause.
Compared to previous years, I think this year they've done a lot better with keeping it for the cause for Special Olympics. So, you hear their exec and even the officials saying that we're members for Special Olympics, and I think that helps a lot. Everybody wants to win, obviously, it's human nature, but there's definitely a bigger cause involved.
Friday night was a good way for students to escape the stress of school and just have fun.
It's really nice. I feel like I've been so stressed and busy, and it's not even the competition part, but it's having fun with your friends. And I know girls on the other team, it's just kind of friendly fun, but of course everyone wants to win. You want to be champion.
While the winners of this year's Spring Sports Spectacular are yet to be named, everyone seems to have remembered this year that it was all for a great cause. For the Butler Beat, I'm Kyle Beery.
Spring sports isn't just fun and games for Butler University students. The night is also a time for the Special Olympians to have some fun. Spring sports raises money for Special Olympics Indiana, so they kicked off the event with a Special Olympics and Butler student kickball game. Students wore shirts for their Greek houses or independent team, while the Olympians decorated their shirts to make them unique. Signs plastered the walls with the names of the Special Olympians competing. The game took place in the HRC and attracted a large crowd of supporters. Spring Sports Executive Member Allie Thompson says the kickball game is a place for the Special Olympic members to shine.
In an environment where it doesn't really matter how much they can do, it's what they can do. That's what we're celebrating, and just everyone cheering. It just really feels good to have that kind of community.
Many Bulldogs are still trying to catch up on sleep after participating in spring sports over the weekend. I caught up with those who stayed up all night. From sunset on Friday to sunrise Saturday morning, students filled the HRC and Hinkle Fieldhouse playing a variety of games. To deal with the sleep deprivation, one Spring Sports exec member went to the extreme.
I am pretty slap happy. I can't quite hear right.
How many Red Bulls?
I've had 9 Red Bulls and I'm still tired. Sometimes I don't think I can understand what I'm saying, the words that are coming out of my mouth, like now.
Another exec member felt a little strange too.
So I would say that my eyes are a little droopy. I feel like my voice isn't my own and it's like not part of my body. I don't know. I'm so tired.
Compared to his friends, freshman Danny Whalen says staying up all night wasn't terrible.
It's actually not, I'm not that tired. The energy in here is like just so electric that there's never a dull moment where you're not doing anything. So it's really great.
Late night games included cornhole, wiffle ball, and volleyball. Students could grab a bite to eat every hour on the hour and watch their friends compete.
We're feeling so good. We just won tic-tac-toe pong. We're watching Alpha Chi in the finals in volleyball, and it's just a great time.
No matter the outcome, everyone on Team No Sleep here at Spring Sports Spectacular is definitely a winner. Caitlin Sussely says she loved the atmosphere of the event, which raised money for Special Olympics.
And the fact that so many people are still out here at 4 a.m. getting in food, cheering on at the different games, really just getting into the spirit of Spring Sports Spectacular and all that the Special Olympics means to us. It couldn't be any better. I'm just so proud of our Butler community for being so involved in this special cause. And it's been a great night, so very, very ecstatic with everything.
Bulldogs will have to wait until next spring for another 5 a.m. wiffle ball tournament. For the Butler Beat, I'm Emma Edick.
Students are also making an impact elsewhere in the community as Butler welcomes a new chapter of the American Federation for Suicide Prevention to campus. This organization hosts a variety of events in order to create awareness about suicide and depression. Whitney Simmons attended an event to learn more.
People from the Indianapolis community came to Butler this past Sunday for the 6th annual Out of the Darkness Walk. This event, along with others hosted by the American Federation for Suicide Prevention, helps to raise awareness about suicide.
Nearly 41,000 people that die by suicide in the U.S. each year. That's one person every 13 minutes.
This event helped to raise more than $6,000 to further research in suicide prevention. AFSP Butler Chapter President Katie Laurimore said events like this help to bring the community together.
I think it's very important because it just raises awareness of the issue and just kind of shows our community that we're here for each other and that this is something that we're passionate about and that there are more options than suicide.
According to the American Federation for Suicide Prevention, in 2013, college-age adults had a suicide rate of 10.9. At Butler, we have several services that students can utilize if they are struggling and need a place to speak out.
The awareness component is the beginning of any conversation for any topic, so getting the conversation started is where prevention begins.
At the end of the walk, people were given balloons to write the names of whom they were walking for. The group then released the balloons to signify the end of the event. For the Butler Beat, I'm Whitney Simmons.
For more information or to learn about signs of depression and suicide prevention, visit www.afsp.org.
Late night studiers, listen up. The Starbucks area in Atherton Union will be open 24/7 starting in the fall. Assembly approved the SGA rollover budget, which will fund this project last week. This budget is made up of leftover funds that are used for large-scale projects. SGA President Chad Pingle said many students addressed their concerns with the lack of soft space on campus, which helped lead to this 24/7 proposal.
I think that one of the things that every student can recognize is that whether it's around midterms or even finals when those points come, study space and soft space is rather limited on campus and students don't have as many options. And so to make this an available option will certainly help to alleviate that, and we hope that students will use it as much as they would like.
Pingle says ideally the facilities department will make changes to benefit the Starbucks area this summer. The project will cost $40,000 due to installation and infrastructure costs for a movable gate and keycard access to Atherton. The two other rollover projects are keycard access for individual classrooms and water filtration stations in the academic buildings.
April is National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Butler's Counseling and Consultation Services combines interactive performances and real-life stories to help spread awareness about sexual assault. BU Butler took place last Thursday in the Riley Room. This event brings students together to help increase knowledge about the LGBT community on campus with an information session and discussion panel, complete with drag performances throughout the night. Speakers from Butler, including current students, professors, and alumni, address general topics related to the LGBT community and even share their unique stories related to coming out, sexual violence at Butler, and the like.
So my hope in putting on this event was to create ongoing dialogue and raise important issues about LGBTQ concerns here at Butler and in the community, and to create and promote allies on campus.
Students who attended were encouraged to donate dollar bills during the drag performances. All tips to performers were going to Gender Nexus, a local nonprofit organization that supports the needs of people identified as gender diverse.
Rules were made to be broken, at least at Butler's Arts Fest 2015. This year's theme is Outlaws and Outsiders and features over 50 events. Add contemporary pole dancing group Jagged to the lineup, and stereotypes are shattered. Evie Schultz has the story.
If you have an opinion about pole dancing, chances are the women of Jagged have heard it before.
It's still a struggle sometimes, people still, first thing they assume is, oh, so you work at a club.
Oh, you're a stripper.
Oh, you're a stripper.
Okay.
Oh, you do that. Oh, you do that. I'm like, no.
But this contemporary pole dancing company is the first of its kind, and it's proving people wrong one show at a time.
We've always ended up being this other category that's neither dance nor acrobatics nor pole dancing. It's somewhere in the middle, and nobody really knows where to place us, and so we've kind of had to make a box for ourselves.
Starting with the Butler Arts Fest, on Monday the group performed at the Schrott Center.
It's the first time we've been invited to perform on an academic level, so to be held in the same esteems as the other dance companies that we're used to seeing, it feels like we belong there.
The company is used to the spotlight. Trained choreographer Jessica Anderson Gwynn founded Jagged in 2009 in Los Angeles. Since then, Jagged has competed on America's Best Dance Crew and America's Got Talent. These experiences were challenging.
We were kind of shot down by their response, and when we came home, we started working on our own show, which is what we've always regularly done every year or two, is to put on our own show. And that's always where we do the best. People connect with it the most.
But the criticism also made them stronger dancers.
All of us have learned so much, and we look back and see ourselves when we first started. It's pretty hilarious.
Their ability to connect with audiences has made them the focus of a new Heartland Film Festival documentary, Off the Floor. To watch the film, check out offthefloormovie.com. For the Butler Beat, I'm Evie Schultz.
Arts Fest runs until April 19th. To learn more or purchase tickets, visit butlerartsfest.com.
Moving on to sports, the Butler women's tennis team is preparing to host the Big East Championships here in Indianapolis. Brianna Manley has more on their preparation.
The women's tennis team is currently 7-15 for the 2015 season, with only a few matches left before the Big East Conference. Number 1 seed Kylie Haviland is anxious to see how far her team makes it in the tournament.
We've had a pretty good season. Playing in the Big East Conference is going to be tough because there's a lot of really strong teams, but our team is rising to the challenge.
The team has had the opportunity to travel and compete in many places, including Chicago, New York, and Florida. Head coach Tayo Bailey says her athletes make traveling easy.
This team, we get along pretty well together. When we travel, there's a lot of energy and singing and hoopla. So it's always great off the court with them. Sometimes on the court can get really intense and we work really hard. But off the court, it's a really fun group to be around.
That hard work paid off last weekend when the girls beat Providence 5-2. Bailey says she wants to improve her team in doubles and work on mental toughness in singles.
You and your opponent are both going as hard as you can against each other, and you're both trying to win, and you have to do that all while maintaining a calm exterior. So it's pretty intense, actually. A lot of people don't give tennis that much credit, but it gets really intense out there.
And with the Big East tournament just 1 week away, Bailey says 2 of her players are recovering from injuries.
To have 2 injuries in the top 4 of the lineup is really crucial. It's important to get them back and get them healthy in time for a conference next week.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Brianna Manley.
That's it for this week. Join us next week for our final show of the semester. I'm Emma Edick.
And I'm Kaylee Ricks. Have a great day, Bulldogs.